Hello friends, welcome back to A Drill and a Dream. Today is a beautiful snowy day here at the house, and I'm taking advantage of this snowy outside to spend some time inside doing some organizing. I am finally going to tackle a project that I have had on my mind for weeks and weeks, months and months, and that is the pantry. I got a bunch of different storage containers and I've had it kind of in my mind, but I've been waiting for the perfect day when I had multiple hours that I could focus on this, and I still don't know. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a fairly big project, so I might not get it all done today, but at least get a good chunk of it started, and hopefully by the time this video ends, we will have a beautiful, organized pantry. If you saw in a recent video, I did the laundry room, and every time I walk into the laundry room, I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful, and I just can't wait to have that feeling with the pantry, because right now it's just piles of stuff, and it's driving me a little bit bonkers. So here is the before. My beautiful pantry. I think it is just thebomb.com pantry wise, but like I said, it is just kind of a disaster right now. I just want to kind of go through everything, and I love these appliance cubbies. Might be a bit of a process, but I have so a bunch of bins and stuff that I have acquired to hopefully fit in here, and I'm thinking probably this is going to be all bins. And I even got a label maker. I'm very excited about my little label maker. I've been having a great time with it, so that I can label everything and know what is in what. So I've been going back and forth since we moved here, and I feel like we have a better idea now that, before we moved in, I didn't know how it was going to work, and people would ask me are you going to bake in the pantry, or are you going to bake in the kitchen, or what stuff are you going to have in the pantry, what stuff are you going to have in the kitchen? And I was like, I don't know really, but I felt like I needed to live in it for a while, and now that I've lived in it, I kind of have a better feel for how things go. I think occasionally I would, maybe if I was going to do rice in the Instant Pot or something in the Instant Pot, I would probably potentially just do it in here, because have it in here out of the way and stuff like that. Toaster's in here, which is great. But for the most part, I do cooking and baking out in the kitchen because, unless it's just something quick. If it's something quick that you just want to throw it in here and keep it out of the way, then that's great too. But mainly I do in the kitchen. So I was thinking about where I want to have my baking cooking supplies. And after living in the house for a while, I think that I want to have everything kind of in the kitchen somehow. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but have maybe a box of baking, a basket of baking supplies, all your main stuff, and maybe some of the weird stuff would be in here that isn't used as often, and definitely extras. So say I have a canister of flour out here that I use, and then I would put my extra flour, extra sugar, stuff that's not so pretty in the boxes in here. So the main supply of stuff that I use is right there in the kitchen ready to go, and then anything extra, all your extra condiments and, unused, unopened stuff and stuff like that is all going to be up here. I'm hoping to kind of start this process, get everything out in one place, and then try to kind of go from there. I'm not sure if I have all of the containers and all that stuff that I need, but I feel like after I kind of go through everything, I'll have a better idea of what I still need to buy. It's really hard to just go start buying stuff willy-nilly and not know what you're actually looking for. So like I said, I did get a bunch of baskets that I know fit up there, but other than that, I don't know. And things like the spices I want to have, do a cute little spice thing. In my old kitchen, I did the whole decanting thing for the most part. This is kind of what I did in the old kitchens. I had my nice stuff that I use, and then I had the extras in this one place. So it's going to be the kind of the same deal, but just hopefully a lot more organized. There's a lot more room than I had in my old kitchen, and I think it will go well. So I'm thinking I'm going to make a big old mess before I make it nice. I'm going to take everything that I have food-wise and put it on the counter, and then try to kind of figure out what should go where from there. For food, I have this cabinet here is basically filled with food in a total disaster way. Then down here, I have this Lazy Susan of baking things, and then this drawer, which I think this actually, not proving my point, but I think this actually works decently well other than them falling over. But olive oils and vinegars and stuff like that, different sauces, because it's right next to the stove, and most of these things are stove stuff, and it pulls out. I don't know, so I might leave it like that. But I have more room if necessary, but I feel like it would be good to consolidate And I'll probably end up keeping all of the baking stuff down here, because a lot of times I'll get the KitchenAid and I'll put it up right here for baking. Occasionally I'll put it over here, which is also very handy with this little guy. But that's more if, like, say Trudy's cooking something and I'm baking something, then I might go over here just to be out of the way. But either way, I love the idea of having the baking supplies. Really, when you bake things, it's all basically made up of the same few ingredients, if we're being totally honest. So if all of that is in an easy basket that you can move around, then you could be baking over here or over here, and it's not a big issue. So that's what I'm thinking. I just basically need to start, put everything out there, and see where we'll go from there. Okay, so I have it pretty much emptied out. I kept all the jars in there to sort out. There's a couple things going on, but for the most part, it's empty. All of my cooking stuff is over here, and all of my baking stuff is over here. So it's kind of a mess. I have to figure out the best way to do this, and I'm really not sure. So we're gonna wing it, and then I might make changes later. But I'm gonna start with the cans. I emptied a lot of it out because I feel like it was too heavy, what I had going on before. But I did get these little tiered organizers. Yeah, I got 2 of them. Okay, so I don't really know exactly how to do this other than just put them all in so you can see them. I feel like mostly everything in a can is like cooking stuff and not baking stuff. Maybe I'll do the tiers on the top too. I mean, ideally with anything, I would rather have empty drawers and stuff than have things too full. And I feel like I don't need to fill this all the way up. But there might be other stuff other than cans that I end up having to put in here. We'll see how this goes. This is, what's the point in making it pretty? Honestly, it's just not gonna last. Don't mean to be negative, but I just know how it goes. This is cat food. Cats don't even like. least you can see what's in there. It's really not organized, but I just don't actually foresee us keeping that organized. At least it's all the cans in there and you can see what they are. I feel like you have to think about, because everybody's different, you know, how much are you actually going to keep up with? Because some people really would keep their soups organized, and their soups and their beans and their corns or whatever, but I can tell you I won't. Okay, so I did put all the paper products in here, which I think is decent. If we have, I have no idea what we're actually going to have in the way of baskets. Like if we have enough or not big enough ones or too, whatever, who knows. So, where to begin? Okay, I don't know. I'm already kind of feeling like I don't have enough baskets. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Hard to know where to begin. So I got these heavier duty containers for like the heavy baking extras, flour and stuff. We don't typically have 2 extra things of flour. That's unusual. But I don't know. So what I want to get is some sort of containers for, like this is what I have for flour now, which is fine, but it doesn't hold, like I want to get something that holds a full thing of flour. So it's like you can put the full thing of flour in the thing and then just have extras, unopened ones here. Because with this, like you put most of it in and then you have a little bit extra that you have to put in storage, and it just makes it more of a mess, because if it's not open then it doesn't make it so messy. I would love if all of the things could hold the full bag and then not have open things like this in the extra storage, but I don't have those containers yet. So we'll do what we can for now. I'll put this in here. I'm hoping, this is unfortunate. Okay, well that does not fit. Can fit that way, potentially. So if it sticks out a little bit, it can fit like that, which probably, we'll see how much space we have, but that might be better. And I put powdered sugar, brown sugar, the rest of this sugar in here. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to think here. Things that this is more powdered sugar. Things that you actually use in baking would be like sugar, flour, cocoa, baking powder, but you only need, I must have 50 open baking powder things. Like, this is ridiculous. Consolidate. Baking powder, this is gonna be extra. I mean, probably keep a peanut butter out, and this is an extra. This is cocoa. I literally just went to the store because I had everything that I needed for what I was baking except for cocoa. Turns out I did have cocoa here. Classic. Let's see if this can all fit. Oh, great. But it did fit, so that's good. So cocoa, we rarely use shortening. This is more peanut butter that's unopened. Coconut oil, we don't use that very much. Baking soda and chocolate chips. Put the extra in the pantry. Oats. We'll keep that down here. Oil. Cream of tartar is not too often. Vanilla. Honey, sure. Salt. This is more like random stuff to put over here. Okay, so I basically have my like normal baking ingredients and then my extra or not very often used baking stuff that I'm gonna put in the pantry. And these I'm gonna keep in the kitchen down here somehow. I would definitely like them to be in some little basket things, but I don't think I have anywhere near enough, which is fine. So I might, well, I'll just leave them here for now. But I feel like I want to get the pantry looking decent because this is just underneath. And then I would get some things from the store to put these in another day. So for now, I'm gonna leave them here and I'm gonna work on the cooking stuff. I wish I had some other container to put this tea in. Put it in here for now. I don't know how I literally have so many things, but I have like so many open ones. But, you know, it is what it is. The move definitely did not help because we don't know where anything is. So we just open new ones and whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna do like taco seasonings, onion dips, stuff like that in the bottom of the can place. Okay, so somehow these are all the baskets that I have. I drastically underestimated the amount of baskets that I would need. So if I can at least figure out kind of a plan, then I can get some more. And I kind of think that I want bigger ones because these ones are seeming rather small. Now this one is nice for chocolate. We always have chocolate. So I'm wondering here, is one basket gonna be enough? So let's think about this because there are some things that you want to have out, easily accessible, not in the pantry. Rice being one of them for sure. And have just the extra rice in the pantry. Which I think it would be nice to have some sort of a container, like with the flour. Like I'm gonna do something better than this. A container that's really easy to get rice because we eat a lot of rice. A lot more than we eat of pasta. So I feel like the pasta can all comfortably go in the pantry. See when these are expired. I must have gotten these a million years ago. 2019. Okay, so we're gonna throw that away. Where's this one? $2021. Apparently we don't eat mac and cheese that much. I guess this can gotta be rice, beans, nuts, seeds. All the things. Which is kind of like a lot, but also it should all be like unopened stuff, and the open stuff should be in the kitchen. So I guess there's still gonna be another box that's gonna have to have like random cooking miscellaneous stuff, extras, and then I'm gonna need a box that's gonna have like chips and popcorn. So all this would go in a box, and then that stuff would go in a box, and then I want a box for travel mugs. What else do we need? Oh yeah, all the baking stuff. So this stuff is not used that often, paper products. So it can go up at the top, for sure. It's hard to say, honestly, without the boxes. I'm going to just kind of place these mugs. That's not gonna fit somewhere. and we will imagine that they have a box, because I can get rid of some of these for sure, but they are used quite often in general. And keep in mind, we probably have more space in the kitchen. Not everything has to be in here. So we're just kind of playing around with it. And I guess technically not everything needs to be in a box, but I kind of like the idea of everything being in a box. So it's, and they're not even the same boxes, as you can see, but they're all like white, and they actually kind of, I like that they have, see, these ones have regular, these ones are diagonal, these ones are plain, which kind of gives different interest, but not too crazy. I was at the store the other day and I almost got some boxes because they were pretty color, and I regret now not getting them because I didn't know how much I needed in here. But it would have clashed with this. It was more of a purpley pink color. So I'm gonna put these in here for now. And then we'll have this. Okay, so I gotta really figure this out because obviously I need more baskets to put things in, but I need to figure out the best placement for things, and maybe I'll end up putting less here and putting more, because at this point that cabinet is not going to be super full. So I might end up putting more down there because some things, like all this stuff, definitely cannot be on the top shelf because this is stuff that we'll use fairly often. And the bottom two shelves are pretty easy to reach, although it's not terrible with the baskets, but still you don't want to have stuff out there that you're going to use that much. Like paper plates, I don't use that much, just if I have like a big party or something. And these, I don't know, these are some drink things that Trudy drinks, but she's tall and she can reach them. So I'm going to get some more stuff, and we're going to reconvene in a minute and try to figure out the best way. I might move things around a little bit, and I also want some boxes for underneath the cabinet. So we'll see what I can find at the store, and hopefully we can figure something out that will be great. Hey guys, so it's been a few days. I wanted to show you where I'm at with the whole pantry organization situation. So I got a bunch more bins, and this is how it's looking. So I think I mostly have everything contained, which is great. Over the last couple of days, I have been moving things around a million times over, and I probably will continue to do a little bit, but I think that I finally have it figured out what's going to be in here up on the shelves. The stuff in the cabinets are still a little questionable. I want to like move some of the things like powder sugar, brown sugar, stuff like that into different containers, and I'm hoping that that will clear up, help me figure out where to put what. But I'm happy with these for now. Of course, it might change, but I think it's good enough now that I am going to put labels up. Obviously, it's not that hard to peel a label off and put a new one up if I need to, but I think that I have a general thing that I'm liking. And I went back and forth on like how moving things around, and I like this layout. It seems kind of more, you know, they're all different boxes, and some of the things that I had and some things that I bought, but I think that it looks nice. Like, gives a little bit of interest, and I like how it's white, like and then has the little not fully white things around it. I think it looks good. So I got this little label maker from Amazon, Kata symbol. It's pretty neat. And there's an app that comes with it. If my phone doesn't die, I will do a screen share and show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna make a new label, and I feel like I already looked at this. No, that wasn't it. To figure out kind of an idea of what I want to have on the label. There's lots of pretty frames and stuff. Maybe that might be a bit much. Oh, I think I was gonna do just that, which is kind of simple. And then I can do a text that says perhaps pasta, but perhaps not quite that large and not quite that font. Okay, so let's see. font. Something nice and sensible. That's kind of cute. It's not what I would have guessed that I would pick, but it kind of looks cute. We can always change it later if we want to. So I'm going to print this. And we can see how it looks. I think it was this one. Yes, that is it. Okay, so the next trick is going to be doing it without, you know, making it straightish. Looks decent. The nice thing is it's really nice, heavy sort of stickers, so I think it'd be easy enough to peel off if need be. So now we have pasta. Now we just need everything else. Okay, this does not look fantastic. It seriously, like, does my heart such good to have it organized and labeled and easy to put back, put away, keep clean, and also just, like, keeps the ugly things kind of contained. I just think it looks so nice, and I love that you can easily change out the labels for whatever, you know, you want to put. If you want to change it around, it's super easy. So I am very happy about this. Okay, so the last big thing that I want to do in this video and today is I got these containers showing here from Walmart, and I just washed them, and they're little. So initially I wanted to get glass, but I was looking, that's not the right size. I was looking at what they had and everything, and I didn't find any glass ones that I really liked. And I also felt like I'm hoping to have everything in kind of a bucket sort of thing, which I ordered, but it hasn't come yet. In the little pull-out thing in the cabinet. But my thought was, if you're doing a big, you know, you can always reach down and grab one thing or whatever, that's obviously an option, but I also wanted to have the option of taking the whole bucket of baking stuff and say you're gonna bake on the island instead of over right there where it is. You know, you can easily move it and then just grab out what you need. So I was thinking, if I have all glass containers in there, that's gonna make it pretty heavy. And so I felt like the plastic ones would be a better option. And I didn't find any glass ones, at least where I was shopping, that had a good seal to them. And I really like how these seal nice and tight for food stuff. So I'll show you also what I kind of have going on in here. You know, like I said, I got a couple more baskets. So I have my, this doesn't fit in, it's hot chocolate, it doesn't fit in my little tea and coffee drawer. So I have the hot chocolate down here, garbage bags, different coffee paraphernalia. And so this is where I ended up putting the extra or not often used baking supplies. I don't know, that's this stuff I'm not totally sure about. And this is random cooking stuff, other than that flour. So we'll see how this all goes, I'm not sure. I also got a container for rice, which I'm excited about. And then this is the stuff that a lot of it I need to re-container. So my big concern about all of this is that I don't feel confident that once I put everything in these containers that it's still gonna fit where I have it now. So we'll see how that goes. So this is what I used to have my flour in, which was fine, but it didn't hold a full thing of flour, which I did not like. So I really wanted to get a big one that oh my goodness, that holds a full thing of flour. So my goal with all of these is that they will hold the full bag of whatever product they are, so that in the extra storage, there will only be unopened bags of stuff, which was not the case in my old house, and it caused a lot of mess, especially when they weren't closed well, which they often weren't on account of not having good clips. So this is amazing, and the cup measure will go so nicely in this. So the two bigger ones, I was gonna do sugar and rice, and then the smaller ones hopefully will hold brown sugar and powdered sugar. When I was in the store, I was like looking up how many cups each thing would hold. This needs a bigger hole. So I'm hoping I got the right size for everything. I basically only use this sugar in the raw. This is, oh my goodness, this is not a good shirt to wear for this. Instead of using like white sugar. So I think that will all fit, which is good. I'm not going to be able to know today if it holds the full thing of brown sugar and powdered sugar because I have open bags. So I'll just put those in. It should though. I looked in the store at how many cups they are and how many cups these things will hold. So it should be fine. These containers though are amazing. I think they're just Better Homes and Gardens. I got them from Walmart. 2 ounces, 2 ounces. So what I was thinking, I got this for rice, not for oats, but I was kind of thinking that it would be really nice to have for oats. You know what I should see is if I can slide the things in with this height. Which I can, which is good because you cannot slide it in with this height. So I think that I'm going to get another one for rice and use this one for oats, which will be very good because it's a real big pain when you can't slide the slider in due to height. So I'll just grab one more sometime for rice, but let's see how this fits. I already can just feel that it's not going to fit well. So it might not fit well, but it's going to look so nice, or it's going to be so nice to use. Yeah, it's not going to fit at all, basically. So, okay, well those fit nicely. Okay, it's not terrible, but it's also not going to work. Here's what I'm thinking. If we have any space over on the other cabinet, which I kind of think we do, I think what I'm going to do is all cooking stuff over there. So extras of sauces and stuff, panko, rice, just wide open. I think I'm going to put cooking stuff over there, which honestly makes a lot of sense because we already have our oils here. I just need to find a different place for these. Okay, but we can't use this apparently. We can use this. Also, we might not need to use anything, honestly, but we can if we want to. And we could still fit a rice container right here, which will be great. There's still a little bit of room underneath the kitchen sink for these. I'm gonna put these bases and pitchers in here. Okay. I feel good about that because that makes a lot of sense with the oils. So it's like cooking is over here, baking is over here, extras in the pantry. We can now have maybe all of these bigger containers got one more of these so we can contain all the small stuff. And then we can have all the bigger containers on this side, which looks gorgeous. Do you guys think that they need labels? Of course they need labels. They're not the ideal tops to have labels on, but at least they're on there somewhere. So if you're looking straight down, you can see what they are. Okay, so this looks amazing. I actually feel a lot better about it because I wasn't sure before. I felt like there was too much going on with the cooking stuff too, but having the cooking stuff down there at the last cabinet, which makes sense too, it's next to the stove, it just kind of frees up this space and makes it a lot better. It's so nice. So it ended up being cooking stuff in two bins, but that's okay. And of course we have our pantry looking so gorgeous, so organized. Oh, I got that also, yay. Absolutely stunning. And the appliance cubbies are just a big hit in my life. Up here we have cookbooks, and extra big stuff. Wow, so I'm actually super thrilled because when we started this and I kind of had things halfway, like when I left off halfway in the middle of the video, I really wasn't sure, honestly, if it was going to turn out to where I really liked it. And spoiler alert, I do really like it. I was worried about the different looks of the baskets, which is, you know, perhaps an odd choice, but like I said, I was trying to use stuff that I already had, and then just add on to it stuff that was complementary. And I really was questioning myself in the middle, but I feel really good about it now. I really like the little diamond of solid white, honestly. And I feel like the baskets are just a good size for what they're needed for, because if you had a big basket that all you had were a few little chocolate bars, like that's just silly and a waste of space. So I feel really good about the size baskets for the stuff, and I just feel like it looks really nice and really organized. And when I walk into it, it doesn't like stress me out. The pantry stressed me out before, and it does not anymore. It makes me feel calm and peaceful, and I love that. I am so excited every time I get a little piece organized and put together and like feeling at home. It just makes me feel so great. There are still a lot of little pieces to do that with, but every little piece just truly gives me this like, oh yes, this is home. This is peaceful. There's just something so peaceful about having things organized and not being chaos. Chaos is like the opposite of peace, obviously, so it's not cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It feels so nice. This kitchen is such a dream, and especially to have it organized, it makes all the difference in the world. I love it. I love living here. It's like such a dream come true. A drill and a dream come true, if you know what I mean. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tune in next time to see what's happening here at the house. It's coming together and it looks gorgeous. If you're new to my channel, check out my Fixer Upper Journey playlist to show all of the videos from day one of renovating this house. It's been quite the journey. I will see you guys next time on A Drill and a Dream.